The dawn breaks. The first light tearing through the darkness, piercing straight into the reality you've been trying to evade. Your alarm screams, demanding your attention. In that fragile moment between the warmth of your sheets and the reality awaiting you, you stand at a crossroads. Remain, allowing lazy instinct to devour your will, or rise to face the day as the architect of your own destiny. Are you the master of this moment, or merely a slave to comfort? Marcus Aurelius once stood exactly where you are. He was not just an emperor, he was a man in a constant battle with himself every time the sun rose. He understood that sloth is a toxin that paralyzes potential, which is why he reminded himself rise to perform the task of a human being, not the task of the sleep-deprived, nor of the man controlled by circumstance. Rise to choose discipline and shatter procrastination. When your feet hit the floor, know that this is an act of reclaiming sovereignty over your life. Your mind is either your sharpest weapon or your prison. That verdict is delivered within the first 30 minutes of waking. Most people surrender their autonomy before they even have breakfast. They rush to their phones, to social media, allowing anxiety, the urge to compare, and digital chaos to flood their consciousness. By the time they realize it, the day has already seized control of them. But not you, not today, and never again. Stoicism cuts through the noise with a sharp, uncompromising truth. You cannot control the world, but you can master your reaction to it. Mastery begins the second you open your eyes. When you decide that this singular, unrepeatable morning will not be sacrificed to autopilot. Seneca warned, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." End the cycle of suffering and stop rehearsing for failure. Instead of visualizing worst-case scenarios, seize the controls. Each dawn is an opportunity for a reboot, a blank page the universe places directly into your hands. Do not pressure yourself to be perfect or to resolve every chaos at once. Just win the next 60 minutes. Momentum is the master key, the clear demarcation line that separates those who merely talk from those who truly embody change. We are about to dismantle 10 Stoic practices, not hollow theories, but field-tested tools honed through fire by ancient warriors and emperors to crush chaos. Now is the time for you to master them. First, I need your commitment. Hit like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to join the ranks of those who refuse to live on autopilot. Do not skip a single second. For every practice is a vital link in the chain. Make your future self proud. If you are ready to master your morning, write this down right now. I rise with purpose. Number 1. This day belongs to you. Make it count. Every morning, you are gifted 24 brand new hours. No one can steal them, and no one can spend them for you. Yet, remember this, they will vanish, regardless of whether you use them or not. The Stoics call this memento mori, not to dwell on death, but to wake up to life. As Seneca once warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Each day is a microcosm of your entire life. If you waste today, you are conditioning yourself to waste your very existence. When your alarm rings, do not hit snooze. Do not reach for your phone. Sit up. take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is not a rehearsal, this is real life. Epictetus taught that freedom lies in regarding external things as indifferent. The past, public opinion, and the chaos out there are beyond your reach. The only thing that truly belongs to you is the choice you make in this very moment, tomorrow. When you encounter something disagreeable, cultivate the habit of pausing for 3 seconds. Do not react on instinct. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is not, let it go immediately and focus solely on your own actions. Do not let today be eroded by notifications on your phone. Every time you reach for it, ask yourself, am I using my time? Or is time using me? If the answer is the latter, put it down. Right now, mastering today does not mean you must conquer the world. It means showing up with intention. When you treat each day as a gift, you stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for perfect conditions and start truly living. Today is yours. Do not squander it. Leave a comment right now. I own my day. Number 2, leave yesterday behind. One of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism is this: you cannot change the past. Not a single second, not a single word, not a single mistake. Yet, so many of us carry yesterday into today like a heavy, suffocating backpack. We wake up tormented by what we did or who we were supposed to be. While you remain trapped there, today, the only opportunity you actually possess, slips right through your fingers. Each dawn is a reset button. MarcusAurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. This doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes, for the Stoics valued reflection deeply, but clinging to the past only steals your power. Letting go is not pretending that the past never happened. It is a refusal to let it control you. You are not your greatest mistake, nor are you your worst moment. You are a work in progress, a version of yourself capable of being better than you were yesterday." To practice this, every time you wake up, ask yourself, am I carrying any unnecessary chains? If you are, set them down immediately. Forgive yourself. Forgive others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You deserve to move through this new day without struggling under the weight of what is old and dead. The past is finished. Today is here. And you have full authority over what you choose to carry into it. Do not let things you cannot change define who you are. If you are ready to break those chains and truly move forward, declare it. In the comments below, I release what I cannot change. Number 3, control your mind first. There is a reason why the Stoics spent their lives training their minds. For everything, your actions, your results, and your entire life originates there. Epictetus left us with a razor-sharp truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Most people begin their day by letting the outside world take hold. They wake up and immediately check their phones, surrendering their mental energy to meaningless notifications. They live in a state of reaction rather than action. When you first wake up, your mind is at its most vulnerable, still half asleep, easily invaded by fear, doubt, and negative whispers. Today is going to be difficult, or you aren't ready yet. If you lack a defensive system, you will believe them. This is the moment to practice the discipline of assent. You are not a slave to spontaneous thoughts. You are the gatekeeper. You have the right to reject outdated patterns of thought, baseless anxieties, and firmly declare, "No, today I am not heading in that direction." Do not mistake this for meditation just to relax. This is deliberate preparation, like Marcus Aurelius, who would wake up and tell himself, "Today I will meet meddling, ungrateful, arrogant people." He wasn't being negative, he was sharpening his sword before stepping into battle. He controlled his mind first, so that nothing could ambush him or catch him off guard. This is the moment you seize the reins of your life before the day tries to pull you off course. When you master your mind first, every adversity shrinks. You no longer overreact to crises. You do not let a single bad moment ruin the rest of your day. You move forward with clarity, with purpose, and with an unshakable power from within. Control your mind from the very first moment of the day. Because when your thinking is clear, everything else becomes easy. If you are ready to master the most important battlefield, your own mind, leave a comment. I control my mind first. Number 4. Your thoughts shape your day. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is not merely abstract philosophy. It is the fundamental law of reality. If you wake up thinking that you don't want to or cannot do a task, your brain will immediately scramble to find every reason to prove you right. You will have failed before you even begin. But when you choose how you react, everything shifts entirely. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. Yet if left untrained, it becomes an unruly horse, dragging you wherever it pleases. Discipline begins with awareness. You must catch your thoughts before they catch you. Every time a negative voice whispers that something is too hard or that you aren't good enough, do not let it take root. Challenge it instantly with a question: is this thought helping me or harming me? Is this the truth? Or is it just fear speaking? Seneca warned us thousands of years ago, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. How many times have you locked yourself in a mental prison simply by worrying about scenarios that never come to pass? The Stoics used a tool called premeditatio malorum, visualizing difficulties not to be paralyzed by them, but to be prepared for them. After anticipating the risks, they move forward with clarity instead of drowning in anxiety. To practice this, every morning, set aside 60 seconds to establish your intent. Don't let your mind bully you into a bad day the moment you open your eyes. Remind yourself, today, I will not be ruled by fear, nor will I react passively. I am the master of my own thinking. Stop viewing the new day through the lens of old mistakes. Plant seeds of wisdom in your mind right now, because the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your actions, and the quality of your actions is the ultimate measure of the quality of your life. It is time for you to take the wheel. Declare your commitment in the comments. I choose my thoughts. Number 5. Start strong. Finish stronger. In physics, momentum is an absolute law. An object in motion stays in motion. Think of a Newton's cradle on your desk. A single nudge to the first sphere transfers energy, creating a chain reaction that cannot be stopped. Your life is no different. How you start your morning is the nudge that creates the momentum to carry you through the entire day. If you start sluggish and distracted, that energy will cling to you. But if you start with force, you build an unstoppable inertia. The Stoics understood this profoundly. Seneca once wrote, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." Never drift into your day. Do not ease into it. Attack it with purpose. You decide what matters most. And you do it first. Not when you feel like it, but immediately, because when you win the morning, you win the day. When you win the day, you win your life. To start strong, achieve your first victory. It doesn't have to be a grand feat. It just needs to be the most important task: 10 minutes of reading, a workout, or tackling the hardest project while your mind is fresh. The Stoics call this the practice of virtue, doing what is right, even when it is difficult, especially when it is difficult. But remember, starting strong is only half the battle. So many start with fire, only to burn out by noon. Making big plans, but quitting halfway through, that is the greatest waste of potential. The Stoics valued perseverance, consistency, and seeing things through to the very end. To finish stronger, apply loyalty to your commitments. Marcus Aurelius said, "Just do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." This is not about arrogance, it is about keeping your word to yourself. Do what you said you would do, even when no one is watching, even when the task is mundane, and even when you are exhausted. Every night, before closing the day, evaluate yourself. Did I keep my promise to myself? Ask yourself, how will I start today? And how will I finish it? Starting strong with a resilient finish is how you build a life that makes you truly proud. Leave a comment right now. I start strong. I finish stronger. Number 6. Discipline is freedom. Most people mistake discipline for a cage, a form of restriction and a denial of joy. But the Stoics understood a deeper truth. Discipline is the only key that truly sets you free. Without discipline, you are essentially a slave to fleeting impulses, to unpredictable emotional swings, and to the distractions that surround you. Epictetus, a philosopher who endured a life of slavery, asserted, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom is not doing whatever you feel like. That is merely chaos and weakness disguised under a flashy name. True freedom is the power to do what is necessary, even when you have no desire to do it. It is the ability to trade short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment. It is living by your core values instead of giving in to momentary whims. Look at a person with ironclad discipline regarding their health. They are not controlled by their body's cravings for junk food or by laziness when fatigue sets in. While others struggle with illness, insecurity about their appearance, or the guilt of indulgence, the disciplined person enjoys a healthy body and unshakable confidence. That is freedom. You are no longer mastered by your body. You are the one in the driver's seat. Similarly, when you start your day by tackling your most difficult task instead of procrastinating, you are freeing yourself from the weight of pressure that would otherwise haunt you all day. You are no longer chased by your work or panicked by encroaching deadlines. Discipline acts as a shield, allowing you to end your day with peace of mind. You are the master of your time. rather than letting time dictate your life. Seneca concluded, "The most powerful man is the one who has mastery over himself." Do not rely on motivation, for it is as fragile as the weather, it comes and goes, never staying for long. Discipline is the only thing that endures. It shows up even when motivation vanishes, becoming the most reliable bridge between your goals and your achievements. It is the difference between a dreamer and someone who truly seizes their destiny. Do not dream of freedom as a distant destination. Practice it as a daily habit. Discipline is not a limitation. It is your ticket out of the prison of mediocre desires. If you are ready to trade the illusion of fake freedom for the power of self-mastery, leave a comment. Discipline is freedom. Number 7. Act now. Stop waiting. Imagine this for a brief moment. If today were your last, would you still be waiting for perfection the way you are doing right now? Marcus Aurelius once sounded a razor-sharp alarm. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what is left and live it properly. This is not pessimism. It is a profound sense of urgency. Every second you spend waiting is a piece of your life lost forever, never to be reclaimed. Yet, most of us are masters of procrastination. We deceive ourselves with sweet whispers. I'll do it tomorrow. I need more time. I'll wait until I'm more confident. Seneca bluntly pointed out this tragedy. While we wait for life to begin, life passes us by. Perfection is an illusion. It does not exist. If you wait until everything is ready, you will stand by and watch your entire life vanish in a haze of regret. To escape this trap, use action as your weapon. When anxiety and worst-case scenarios cloud your mind, do not try to think your way out. Move. In physics, when you are stationary, resistance is at its peak. But once you begin to move, everything changes. Movement creates clarity. And from that clarity, momentum forms to produce results. Action is the only antidote to fear. The Stoics did not believe in grand gestures out of thin air. Epictetus taught, no great thing is created suddenly. You do not need to have everything under control to begin. You only need to step forward right now, with exactly what you have in your hands. Meticulous planning is often just a cover for fear. When you act immediately, you strip away fear's most powerful weapon, hesitation. Your exercise for today: apply the 5-second rule. The moment the intention to do something important arises, count backward 5, 4, 3, 2, on, and stand up to execute it immediately. Before your brain can find a reason to quit, do not let your life be imprisoned by endless waiting. Do not wait for tomorrow, for tomorrow never truly comes. Choose one thing you have delayed for too long and make it a reality right now. If you are ready to break the chains of procrastination, declare it in the comments. I act now. Number 8. You decide your day. When you wake up each morning, let go of the notion that you are stepping into a pre-written script. In reality, you are standing before a blank page, and you are the one holding the pen. No one else will arrive to rescue your day. No one else will create meaning for the hours you are living, or dictate how you must act. Everything, from the moment you begin until you close your eyes, belongs to your own responsibility. The Stoics view the world through the lens of clear distinction. You cannot control the weather. You cannot change the flow of traffic. And you absolutely cannot force others to act according to your wishes. But they understand this. You control your internal world. And that is enough. Epictetus summarized a stirring truth. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That reaction is your choice. To practice this self-mastery, perform the internal mirror. Whenever you face an event, do not rush to react out of instinct. Stop for 3 seconds and ask yourself, is this outside of my control? Or can I change it? If it is external, accept it with the calmness of an observer. If it is within your grasp, turn it into a goal to be solved. Power does not lie in avoiding difficulty, but in the right to choose your attitude in the face of those difficulties. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking, not in circumstances, not in what happens to you." This does not mean you must pretend everything is perfect. It is the courage to refuse to become a victim of your own life. When you no longer blame your circumstances, that is the moment you begin to master your destiny. Every time you step out of your house, remember that you are not a pawn moved by circumstance. You are an artist, and every day is a canvas. Do not let others or unexpected factors hold the brush to paint grey shades onto your life. If you are ready to abandon the role of a victim to become a master, leave a comment. I decide my day. Number 9. Focus gives you energy. This principle is exactly what most people get backward about how energy works. They think they need to wait for energy before they can start to focus. But the truth is, focus is the very engine that generates energy. When your mind is fragmented, when you try to do 10 things at once or constantly jump from one task to another, you are draining your own vitality. You end up feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and exhausted. Seneca warned us truly, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. When you multitask, you do nothing well. You are simply thinning out your own self. The Stoics call this single-mindedness. They believe that a fragmented mind is a suffering mind. Marcus Aurelius taught, concentrate every minute, like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. He understood that every time you concede to a distraction, your phone, emails, social media, or the problems of others, you are giving away a piece of your most precious energy. Remember this, attention is a finite resource. You only have so much of it. Where you place it determines what you create, what you achieve, and who you become. Focus is not just about productivity, it is about presence. It is how you honor the moment you are in. It is a powerful affirmation, I am here. I am not halfway present, I am all in. Focus is the shield that protects your soul from chaos, and the only renewable source of energy that helps you master your sanity. Do not let the world dilute your potential. Decisively choose depth over distraction. If you are ready to trade distraction for the power to master your own energy, leave a comment. I focus. I create energy. Number 10. Small wins create big results. Epictetus once taught that happiness is achieved by small steps. But it is not truly a small thing. Every morning you wake up and perform a righteous action. No matter how small, you are not just completing a task, you are constructing a new human being. You are generating momentum. You are reshaping the very essence of your nature, moment by moment. Never make the mistake of believing that greatness is built solely on massive, life-altering decisions. That is an illusion. True discipline does not come from a one-time change, but from repeating small, right choices thousands of times. Just as muscles do not grow from a single heavy workout, but from every single repetition day after day, your mind is forged in the same way. Every morning you choose to get up immediately when the alarm rings instead of hitting snooze. Or your choice to start the day with clear goals instead of being swept away by the news feed. These are not trivial actions. These are victories. And when those victories stack upon one another, they coalesce into an unshakable power. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in Rome, wrote in his personal journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He did not write that to boast to the world. He wrote it to remind himself. Even the emperor understood that glory does not lie on the throne, but in the perseverance of the most fundamental things, maintaining focus, keeping humility, and practicing discipline every day. He knew that small practices are the anchors that keep you steady amidst the storm. They are the most ironclad proof that you have the full capacity for self-mastery. The Stoics did not chase fleeting glory. They pursued excellence in the mundane, consistency in every action, and small virtues each day. That is the secret behind their greatness. So, start small. Win the small battles, and observe how that accumulation builds a life that you can truly be proud of. Do not underestimate small steps, for they are exactly what lead you to the summit. Celebrate your progress, not for the destination, but for the consistency of your journey. If you are ready to accumulate strength from the smallest steps, leave a comment. Small steps lead me forward. We have now journeyed together through 10 Stoic morning habits to discipline your mind. But let's be honest with each other. Listening to this list does not change a single thing. Simply spending time hearing these words does not inherently create a new self. The difference between someone who listens to satisfy their curiosity and someone who truly masters their destiny lies in one single word: action. Every lesson on focus, on small wins, or on how to control your mind will become meaningless if tomorrow, when your alarm rings, you still choose to hit snooze and surrender to trivial distractions. The Stoics did not write philosophy to sound profound. They practiced it to survive, to find stability in the midst of a world filled with chaos and uncertainty. You are no different. Greatness does not come from distant ideas, but is forged in every moment you choose discipline over self-indulgence. Every morning is an election. With every right choice you make after this video ends, you are casting a vote for the person you wish to become. Those votes accumulate into habits. Habits shape your character, and ultimately, your character will determine your destiny. Do not wait for perfect circumstances. Do not wait for anyone's permission. Write the next chapter of your life, the very moment you open your eyes tomorrow. You are no longer a victim of the past, no longer a prisoner of external events. You are the architect of your own fulfillment. Do not just listen to philosophy, live it. Take these 10 principles as your compass. Apply them to every breath, every action, and turn them into instinct. That is the only path leading to a life that you can truly be proud of. If you are ready to forge an ironclad mind and live a life of self-mastery, subscribe to the channel today. We will go deeper together into this journey of conquering the ego, building resilience, and touching true fulfillment. Start right now, because the person you want to become is waiting for you tomorrow.